Alright, welcome to the channel. I'm Christopher Lee. This is Christopher Lee Shreds. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a box in the room. I'm gonna open it. Well, you know, not that box. I don't want to open that box. We know what that box will do. But I do want to open it, regardless. But wait, I digress. So if you guys, maybe you did or you didn't see a post I put up here, said, you know, what's in the box? Well, this guitar, unfortunately, does not belong to me. This is another guitar from my uncle that I set up for him. So
I'll show you with the box. What was in the box?
New strings, polished up the frets, and stretch the strings out so that it'll stay in tune for him. But man, this baby, hashtag bring back the blanket. Come on, Gibson, we want the blanket. So, can you guess what it is? Everybody? Oh yeah, check it out. What you're looking at is a 1993 Explorer, made in USA, Gibson, and this baby is in a dark cherry. Oh man. And you know what? This is a nitrocellulose finish, so give it the old oh yeah. You can smell the nitro. Smells delicious. So let's go ahead and let's check it out, because this baby rocks. What's up, YouTube? I'm Christopher Lee. This is Christopher Lee Shreds, and today we're talking about a 1993 USA made Gibson Explorer. Man, it just sounds so good. Let's hear some crunch. you know, don't want to play too much of that. I don't want to get in trouble. But hey, it's a Gibson, baby. In fact, if you're like me and you grew up in the 80s and Metallica was your favorite band circa 1988 when I discovered music. I was born in 82. By 88, 89, I was getting into music pretty hardcore, and it was because of James Hetfield. And, you know, Metallica, being as iconic as they are, rocking riffs like... Oh man, that is some riffage. So, you know, Metallica popularized this guitar in my brain. So, you know, just the shape. The shape instantly harkens to James Hetfield or Dimebag Darrell. You know, Dimebag was a bit more extreme, obviously, with the ML from Dean. But it's that shape, the pointiness. You know, it's hard to believe that when these things came out, they didn't sell well. But, you know, they tried to put these out in like 1958 or something. So back then, people didn't know what to do with these shapes. Actually, this is a lot more subtle than Dimebag, but it's the same idea. But, you know, these guitars just sound killer. I'll run through with the Line 6. This one deserves a full test. We'll go clean, we'll go crunch, and kind of like what we just did right now. But man, I mean, just playing this guitar just... And actually, you know, Kirk, I'm playing wah and doing solos, but Kirk didn't play with this thing. This is a James guitar, so in all reality, this is just rhythm, man. This is just... thing's a monster. This is definitely, like I said, a bucket list guitar, American made. You can feel it. You can feel it when you play it. It's special. It's different. This is not an Epiphone. This is a Gibson USA, baby. So let's hear some tones. Let's run through it. Let's do it. Alright, YouTube, let's run through some tonage. This is going to be using the Line 6 Black. We're going on the clean channel, which is a PRS Archon. And then we're going to switch it up from the clean channel to, we're going to go just throw a tube screamer on top of the Archon. Give us a nice little crunch tones, example of some crunchies, very crunchy. And then I will use the Line 6 Badonk because that is my favorite amp simulator on the Line 6 Black. I do like the Rev as well that's on there, but I feel like the Rev is it's got this tonal quality which I think is good for soloing. Throw in some delay on it, start shredding, but I wouldn't use it as a main distortion. But let's go ahead and check out some tones. And doing this a little different today. Obviously, I usually do, camera angles. It's usually just me sitting here, but today we're gonna have me sitting here rambling. So let's go on the neck pickup. That is a great sounding neck. Let's hear the middle position. Placement of these button straps is ridiculous. I don't know who at Gibson decided to put it here like this, but it really, get yourself some strap locks. If you have an Explorer or a shape like this, and then you have that button strap for the lock that facing towards you instead of that way, it's ridiculous. It creates problems. This guitar is going to fall. You're going to break it. I bet there's a million Explorers that have had neck injuries or head injuries and but I digress. Now let's check it out on the bridge position. These pickups are hot. They want to go. I mean, this is a clean clean tone that I'm using, and it sounds crunchy already because of the pickups. They demand crunch. So let's go ahead right now. Let's throw a tube screamer on there. And last but not least, let's check it out with the Line 6 Badunk. there you go. Those are the tones and the sounds from the 19. It still wants to go. It's loud. From the 1993, I was about to say 83, 1993 Gibson Explorer. Smell the nitro, baby.